Hit it. G'day, everybody. Here we are, live,
Live,
ready to rock,
rocking and rolling.
with half of Hess's face available for
Turn it up.
viewing.
We got
Can't
nothing.
hear
All
a
the
single
way.
thing.
Got nothing.
Oh yeah, nice. Must sound good for you in your headphones. So we're back after how long?
I feel like it's been a month, right?
At
Yeah, I
least.
Can you
think
hear
so.
it?
No.
No,
Nope.
Hess.
Got
There's no
nothing.
audio.
Awesome.
Hess is having
It's-
audio issues as well as video issues, so we've started late
So
because
you
we're trying
can't
to find a
hear
camera.
this at all. You can't,
Can't
hear
hear
the
a single
intro at
thing. No,
Nope.
there's no audio.
all? Oh, awesome. But you can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Excellent day so
Yeah.
far.
yeah, it's one of those kinds of days.
I don't
Um,
I don't know where to go with this. But wait, that we have a real problem if you can't hear this.
no, we can't hear anything.
No, you just probably need to change your settings in StreamYard so your audio input is looped back.
It's
Potentially.
all so.
That's what I
technical.
had, but let's try that again. So you guys chat a little bit and I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Hi,
no
everyone.
problem.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We're here. So Raquel didn't see you in Amsterdam.
Did not see me in Amsterdam.
Did
Oh my
not
God.
see you in
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Where were you instead of Amsterdam?
I
Yes.
was here in Miami.
And how
Okay.
was that? Was it peaceful?
You know, I got a lot done that week because everyone was at ADE.
Good.
So
That's what I figured.
it was nice. But I mean, for me, listen, I went last year. It was great. But I think it's better if you're a DJ, if you're at a label, if you're a management. Like for me, I just went on my own last year through Sirius and did a
Yeah.
couple interviews. And for me, like Miami Music Week is so much better for me.
Warmer.
So yeah, warmer also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't go this year, but I heard it was good. How was everyone's ADE experience?
It was wonderful.
I had a
I don't think
blast.
Lauren slept.
Yeah, I managed to sneak 2 hours when no one was paying any attention.
Nice.
That's usually when you're talking though.
Yeah, that's actually
Oh,
Shots fired. We're back.
true. That's actually
that was
true.
so seamlessly slipped in
It
there.
was really
Thank you
good.
so much. I'm here
I
all
can
week.
tell you that the week before I was at a writing camp in Sweden, so I had entered ADE with no sleep instead of entering ADE refreshed, which was really bad, like a very, very bad idea. But Sweden was awesome, but I'd rinsed myself for 5 full days, and on the Friday night, I literally came 1 inch away from falling asleep into my soup. So I had like just fallen right over like this, and then my guest had to like grab my whole body and lift me up, and I'm like, oh, I have to go. This is not right. So yeah. And Brooklyn was there, and she said, you really should have just let it actually fall into the soup, so you could have said it was done. That's how tired I was. But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Amsterdam was really good. I did 3
Yeah.
panels. I moderated 2 panels. One was the high profile one with Don Diablo and Laidback Luke about the art of reinvention, which was super interesting. And Luke was able to do a ADE exclusive preview of his new look, brand, song, genre, logo, the whole thing in like a little 1-minute clip, which was incredible. That was received really well, and there's a taste of what's coming in, I think, March, I want to say.
Nice.
But the other panel was less profile, I'd imagine, but way more sort of riveting for me because I was interviewing the guy who invented DJ consoles on a stage.
Wow.
Holy moly.
So every DJ who's on a stage throughout the world and has people kind of like turned facing them per most nightclubs and outdoor festivals, etc., has this guy to thank. And he was from theatre. And he says in theatre, everyone looks at the stage, right? And he loved parties and going out to dance things. And so he wanted to bring dance culture into theatre, and it wasn't working. Well, let me rephrase. It was highly successful, and his 200-person theatre had 2,000 people trying to get in every week. So he's like, I can't scale this. Like theatre doesn't scale for thousands of people. So his brother bought this little club in Ibiza called Ushuaia.
Oh my God.
And they invented the idea of coming up with an Italian Colosseum-y theatre experience, like an outdoor theatre concept. And he says, I'm going to put the DJ over there on the stage and have like VIP kind of risers looking at it, and podiums with dancers, which had not been done in this way. And then put the DJ on the main stage. And then as it was being more successful, he put Swedish House Mafia on and said, maybe we could use pyrotechnics or something like that, like the fireworks, but have them come from the ground behind the stage. And then maybe we could get CO2 and see if there's a way of like firing it up in the air so visually you'd see it. And I went, you invented production? Holy shit. You're like the most amazing person ever.
What year was this?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't ask the year, but I know that he works with, his name is Roman Piscinem from Paris, and he works with David Guetta, DJ Snake, Amelie Lenz, Martin Solveig, Black Coffee, Fisher, and he also just completed this little thing you might have heard of called the Paris Olympics closing ceremony.
Oh.
So in terms of like outdoor theater and putting on an event, he's the actual world's best. I can't see another person who comes anywhere near that level. And every time you say, wait a minute, I'm sitting next to the guy who invented DJ consoles on the stage and pyrotechnics in a venue and CO2. And he's like, no, not at all. There's many of us. There's lots of people who do it. I'm like, yeah, when you're that good, there's no point taking any accolades for it, because you just, appreciate that that's a team. So he was phenomenal, and that was really amazing. And I was sitting next to, we had on the panel also this wonderful lady by the name of Gosha, who was working for Boiler Room when there was 4 people at Boiler Room. Now it's 200. And she was the one who was in charge of the outside broadcasts, like doing Boiler Room TV. And she said, so the idea of a DJ console on the stage, that was Australia's fault. We turned up to the venue and there was no music. Wow. Music, incredible. And she said that there was a DJ console that they tried to put up against the wall, but it was built out so in such a way that there was no way of putting the DJ console there. So she said, well, we're going to have to put the DJ console on the stage, on the floor, in the middle of the floor. And it was so successful, they said, let's just keep doing it. So the Boiler Room concept of what we see now was absolutely an accident in Australia. Wow. And I'm like, well, of course, Australians are known to fuck up things wherever possible.
What?
So, there you go. Now we have music. This is very exciting.
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now we can actually do the... Okay, I'm going to do this again.
What?
Because now
Go intro?
I'm sweating. I'm a little pissed. Here we go.
From demo to drop, welcome to Dope or Nope, the biggest weekly demo drop on the planet. Every Thursday, we bring you never-before-heard demos dropped off by new and accomplished artists and producers. Then, we offer our feedback to help songs reach their full potential. This is Dope or Nope. Now, your hosts, Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, 30-plus-year dance radio programmer John J.B. McDaniel, radio host and social media guru Raquel Goldie, VP of Dim Mock Records Lauren Padman, and 30-plus-year music promoter Hess. It's time for Dope or Nope.
Holy.
Oh, man.
I worked up a sweat on that one. I just literally...
The show intro, a casual 8 minutes, 50 seconds into the show. Amazing.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dope or Nope. It's way past 3 p.m. and, I have no idea what's going on today. Apologize for all the technical stuff. We haven't done this in a minute. You'd think we'd never done it before. But we're back. And Lauren, thanks for the great stories. And yeah, just real quick about ADE. I think ADE is something you need to experience one time, at least if you're in this industry, because it is in fact just so cool if you can crunch down the time and just like really get into, you know, what's going on in the 3 days that you're there. I know you like the sound of whistling.
I can't stand dead air, but whatever, fine. I wasn't going to hold you to it because we had 8 minutes of it, so it's fine.
Yeah, so what's the difference?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I was there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, scheduled meetings from, 9 to 6 p.m. every 45 minutes at mainly the Hoxton. And just, if it wasn't happening at a chair, it was happening out on the street while trying not to get run over by bikes and things. But it's super fun and totally different from Miami, right? So such a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a real
Got
conference.
a lot done there. Yeah, had a really good time. I will say there's a rumor, just a rumor right at the moment.
There is a rumor.
But we'll let this hear, that there's a very strong possibility that you might see these 3 letters show up this year coming in Miami, and that is WMC.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Just a rumor.
Yeah.
But
Just
it's
a
a good
rumor.
one.
Let's start a rumor.
Yeah, it's been a long journey to get this together, and because Ultra owns that brand, so there's a lot of conversation going on, and we started it literally before EDMA's last year, and I think we've gotten to the point where EDMA's the party might be the party at the end with the awards, but everything else that happens in between there might be just a bit like days of old, which is kind of fun. I think it's time that we went back to conversations. We went back to sharing and teaching and enjoying each other's company in not just like a party. And I think it's we'll see what it looks like. That's still to be worked out, but there's a good possibility that can come together. So I'm excited, super excited about that.
That's great.
But in the meantime,
Fingers
shall
crossed.
we do a demo?
Let's
Sure.
do it.
No, you know what? If we
All
could
right,
wait
here
2
we
more
go.
minutes,
This
we can
is
say it's been half
this
an
is
hour
Zybo.
past the start.
Do you feel alive? You can stop. Okay, here we go. Dope or Nope.
Caught in a storm,
Thank you for joining us on Instagram.
and insane, searching for the code to break
Hey
this
Bella,
chain.
what's up?
When you
Kayla right now?
learn what the blind
Sings, listening to her own song.
see, will you deny or will you try to believe?
I can already hear somebody ticking away in the background. called "Do You Feel Alive" by that's Emski on the vocal, EMSKI. There you have it. First demo at 3:30 on Dope or Nope. What do you guys think?
That's the best bell noise I can do. It's great.
Can you
Wow.
can you ante one of those up for me?
Oh my god. You know what? I probably could. You know what?
Just
There's one.
Close.
Anybody else? That's
Sure.
as good as I can do. It's great. Incredible record. Beautiful vocal. Wow. The excellent delivery of the vocal.
Really?
The tone is incredible. It feels like a dark club kind of progressive house record from 20 years ago, like 2004 type of time frame. Beautiful song.
Yeah, I'd agree. Really, really nice. Thanks, Hess, for cutting it though. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I appreciate the cut. Yeah, not the cut. Maybe he's lost stream now.
Vocal was awesome, but I also love the use of space in the production. It was nice to hear some of those synths like play off the vocal and dance around ear to ear. Like really good use of panning, which sometimes is rare in dance music. I feel like a lot of producers get kind of stuck down the middle, and they don't use the full stereo image in a record. But this was great. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think the distribution of everything was really great, and it made sense. It sounded expensive. This isn't like a demo to me. It's like ready to go. So
no,
Yeah.
this feels done to me. Could
Yeah.
be a tiny bit shorter. There was a few sections where I was like, yes, I love the journey. Maybe a tiny bit shorter. Like I could snippety snip a little bit in there, but generally, it didn't bother me because the vocal and the delivery were so compelling that it just was like, yeah, I'm in. Just keep it going. What you're doing, I'm in all the way.
Yeah,
And really nicely done. Have we ever heard anything from Zybo on this show before? I feel like it's a no.
it's really a beautiful record. It's super, super nice. My only feedback of any description is that when the drop hits, as well as it's mixed and as well as everything's balanced and as well as the vocal's so beautiful, when the drop hits, it's not particularly exciting. It feels like it's missing a wow factor. That's all. There's not something about the drop that feels anything more than like a really, really nice placeholder for another exciting idea that will come later. And just the occasional plucks or the addition of hats and things. There's not like a lead melody or anything to bite into and hold your attention.
I'd agree with that. I was gonna say it doesn't have to be an in-your-face lead either. It could be a super subtle, like piano bell sort of ethereal thing that just tracks a few notes that you take away.
Yeah, not really much to change there. I don't know. Feels really good. Bad Monkey, just real quick, what's the name of the song you sent if you want to post that in the chat there? I'm started on 10:14.
Yeah, beautiful record. Super, super, super nice. I love it.
Yeah.
This is a song that I'd love to...
So that is Zybo once again. Do You Feel Alive? Emski is the vocal. And next up is our friend Arlen, and this one's called Up All Night right here on Dope or Nope.
Say that you're okay. You've had enough. I'm calling your bluff, babe. You still calling me up. 1, 2, 3, 4, you're at one for you lie. How many times you gotta walk away? How many times you gotta say nothing? You know I see you. Switching sides, yeah. Can't be like you. No, I'm right, yeah.
starting with some heat here. You better get that glass out for a little while there, Lauren.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, dude. Wait, do I need to find the sound of a bell?
I've done it.
Okay.
Bell, 2, 3, and Raquel, you're in as well, right? So 4. 4 bells. It's
We
amazing.
got him out of the way.
What a record. Beautiful song. Raquel, lead us off.
Yeah.
I really like the energy. I think it's, again, like really well distributed. I think there's some minor like production things that can be done just to clean it up and make it more cohesive. But I really, really like how driving forward it is, and it's not competing with the vocal. Like, I feel like a lot of time when we get these kind of demos, it's like, whoa, like we're both up here and we need to bring something a little bit down for it to make sense. But I don't feel that way with this one.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe do something a little bit to the vocal just to make it more round sounding, if that makes sense. And then
does.
we'll be good to go.
Yeah, okay. Nick, how would you do that?
I would agree with that feedback. The vocal does sound like you cut all the lows and some of the mids. So it just kind of sits in the top end of the spectrum. So maybe try to bring some of that stuff back. The other thing you could do is if the vocal was recorded in such a way where it is thin already, double it at the octave down and or form and shift it down and keep that layer below it. Just maybe dull that layer so it doesn't have a lot of top end, but it just kind of supports the main vocal. It also like the 30-second crazy fast snare rolls under the vocal going into the drop, I think took away from the impact of the drop. So I'd look at that again. Maybe just pull that snare roll when the vocal's kind of doing that final phrase before it hits. And I think that was it. I would take a look at the balance of the drop a little bit. Put it up against a few other records in this lane that you're a fan of, commercially released stuff that's super polished, and I'd work on the balance of that just a bit. But from a zoom out macro perspective, I think it's a great track. It's super compelling, and I love the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it a
great
lot.
record. I couldn't give back any other feedback than that. It feels really exciting. It's very major though. It sort of feels like it's in quite the synths play major. So I wonder if there's any other darker thing that you could use as a contrast, maybe like a growly bass or a moment where there's a little bit more store bass or something like that. That's my only real thought. It's very colourful at the moment, very light coloured instead of there being a balance of dark colours. Minor details.
Okay.
I like that idea.
I
a
will
lot.
just say this.
Yes.
I'm waiting. It was a sound effect, but it didn't really happen. So, wow, it's just pinwheeling. I'm
Effective
having
nipples.
all the fun.
Wow.
There we go.
Damn, that was
Thank
loud.
you.
Okay.
All right. I have no way of controlling volume on that either. So everything's out of control today. So we're just
Oh, no worries.
consistent across
Much
the
like
board.
this week.
It's a
Yeah.
I'm not going there. I will say though, thank you for everyone for coming back after all of us taking some time off and refreshing. Bad Monkey, Rimnez, Barkin, Rowney. Well, who else is here? Michael Gerard, Radio Dave. What's up? Can this guy like get any? Dave, you gotta like slow down on the weightlifting.
You saw
I feel
his
you're not even
nickname
gonna be
now,
able
right?
to like, huh?
Did you see his nickname?
No.
Roidio Dave.
Roy, you're okay.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Must be pumping.
Ouch.
It's great.
I don't know if you're gonna actually be able to like work on the tables if like you can't get your arm around your body. You know?
Wow.
So yeah, this song is awesome. I get what you're saying. The contrast was sort of like the darker side, but like I don't know. I could do a 3 minutes of happy.
Yeah. If it was short, yeah, I agree.
A little
That's true.
shorter. Yeah,
Okay,
a little
yeah.
shorter would be great. Actually, 3:18. I would aim for like 2:50.
Less.
There's a 250 in there. That's really tight. All right, next one up. I'm Yours Tonight by Rimnez on Dope or Nope.
I know that this ain't love. I know this cannot be, but I want it. So why am I so into it physical thing we don't talk about. We just hide under the covers. I feel you closer. I want you to make me get lost in my body, lucid in my mind. Lie to me, tell me I'm yours tonight, and make me feel like I'm the one tonight, like I'm the one tonight. Like I'm the one tonight. Like I'm the one tonight. Like I'm the one trying to shake you off, but you make it so hard when you call me up. I want more, but no, we shouldn't do it. Oh my, how you make me feel like I'm so alive. I can't find the thrill it gives me. I feel you closer. I want you to make me get lost in my body, lucid in my mind.
Edit Ribnez with I'm Yours Tonight. Lauren, would you like to start this one off?
Yeah, this is fun record. It feels like it's super fun driving, like a pumping record. I don't know if I think the vocal is very specifically commercial, in its leaning, in its mixing, in its delivery. Great effects. Sounds like it's got really lovely delay and EQ. I don't know. I'm not sure the kind of club that it gets played at. I'm a little confused as to where it will get played.
Right.
But yeah, it's like a progressive housey, commercially thing. It's uplifting progressive house, I guess, in some ways, in some sections of it. But yeah, the bottom end sounds really nice. Yeah, it's just a really good track. It's a really well put together song. Yeah.
I'd have to agree. I get where I absolutely get like those things. I like the track more than the vocal. I think that's where I'm gonna kind of stand on this a little bit.
Sure.
Like they match. I'm not all the way in on the vocal like I was in the first two. Like as a combined piece. The track is what's driving me, and it's super fun, and I dig that. And there's parts of the vocal, like with the pre-chorus, that I really like. But I don't know if it's the tone. I'd have to like really sit with this one for a little while longer just to like really get it in my head and figure it out. Like what part's bothering me more than what I like, because I like it. But yeah, that's. I would go with a half a bell, which I'm not even going to try the bell move right now again, because it's that's not working. Obviously, everyone's looking at the side of my head, so you can see where today's going. But yeah, that's a half bell for me on that.
Nice.
Nick?
Yeah, I love the style of the track. I thought the vocal worked well. My only gripe is the bass line and the drop. I wish it was more distinctly rolling. I could tell that it's like side chaining or kind of like a moving rolling bass, but I wish it was a little bit punchier and you could really tell that it was ripping with a ton of momentum there. Because once you put the sub on, especially in a club, it's just going to sound like one sustained long note. So I would consider that. Shortening those notes, if they are multiple notes, and if it's just a side chain, going a lot harder on the side chain.
Cool.
I feel like I'm trying to figure out, like Hess, what I want it to do more of to make me like the sound of it more. Like I like the production and I like the vocal, but together, I don't know, something's like not working for me. But I do like the energy and I like this type of music and it would be great for dance radio. I just don't know what's needing to be done to like make it get there type of thing. Maybe it needs more vocal, but just like different. So that way it's more of a dance radio. I think it's in between right now, maybe, and that's what it is. It's like not dance radio, but it's not club, and it's kind of just sitting in the in-between. So we're just kind of like, well, something type of
Yeah,
thing.
that's possible.
So I think once that's figured out, do you want it to be a club track or do you want it to be dance radio? Then you can kind of get there where how it needs to get to,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah, there's something, but that, I mean, it's good. You just got to
Mm-hmm.
figure out where the great part is. Like, I feel like there's great parts. I'm just trying to. I'll get around.
Put it all
to one
together.
of them. I gotta listen some more.
How
when the
long
show's
is it?
over. 3:08 feels long.
Yeah, it does feel long. So maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah. But there it is. Remnez, I'm yours tonight. Just a quick shout out to everybody on Instagram. Let's see. Riddler, DJ Ray, Chris, Party 1019 Radio. Hi, I don't know who you are, but hi. Who else was here before? Hayla was here before I mentioned her. Yeah, some really, really fun stuff on Instagram. Next up is X Multi, and this is called I'm So Fly. Dope or nope?
There's no obstacle, and that's why take a look at me through your opticals. I'm so fly, if you just believe. There's no obstacle, and that's why take a look at me through your opticals. I'm so fly, if you just believe. There's no obstacle, and that's why take a look at me through your opticals. I'm so fly, if you just believe. There's no obstacle, and that's why take a look at me through your opticals. I'm so fly. I'm so fly. I'm so fly. I'm so fly. There's no obstacle.
X Multi, I'm So Fly. Raquel?
I really like the drop. The drop is sick. The I'm so fly part on that. If you take that away, it's a really cool track. So maybe decide if we're sold on that part and go from
Right.
there.
Yeah, it's a little kitsch. That vocal, I'm Still Fly. I think you could come up with something which is less, less gaudy, less on the nose, I would say. But the track
Right.
is super fun, and the drop is really wild. I kind of think it's the side chain on it's a little bit too heavy, and it sounds a little bit like disco, which I like. So I'm not mad at it. I just I think that it's a fun record, and the pitch up vocal is kind of clever. I think that I'm Still Fly is a little bit weird. That's all.
It
But-
reminds me of like a G6. Like that's what I have in my head,
Yes,
I don't
but
know
not
why.
cool.
Okay.
but not like a G6.
Right.
G6.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, we just gotta work on that part. But the production's cool.
Production's cool.
Yeah, I love
like it.
that.
All right,
that
Nick.
drop was dope. It had like some of the more disco house, the stuff Wolfgang was doing for a bit. It had that
Oh, yeah.
kind of vibe to it. I actually wanted to push it. I wanted it to go like a little more aggressive in that lane. It's like almost
It
there.
stayed light throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a little clean. Like something about like the kick and the drums was like a little clean up against that what that synth was doing, and I just wanted a little bit dirty it up. Throw some dirt on that thing.
Make
will
it a
ya?
little grimy.
Throw some dirt.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Lots of dirt around. All right, so that again is X Multi, I'm So Fly. Coming up next, Rowney, Could Be Better, Dope or Nope.
There's dirt. Right here. That is Rowney, Could Be Better.
Nope. I don't think so. That's pretty damn good as it is. Average waveform. This block.
In the best way.
Right.
In the best
Wow.
way.
That is
Wow.
all the dirt that was not in the last one ended up here.
Yeah, all the dirt and all the records actually for the whole day just combined into one brick. I really
Whoa.
like this a lot. This compression. Nick, you're going to be in charge of what's happening sonically to make it sound like that. In your feedback, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw you under the bus for that one. But what an epic show opener it would be for a DJ to come on to something like that and
The smoke, the whole thing.
the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing. It's like it just feels like theater to me, and not
So,
too crazy
wow.
fast. So really beautiful. And the second break, the second drop with those breakbeat drums just took me by surprise. So I was tripping out. But before you go, Nick, Raquel, I'm curious.
I love that vocal. I want more of it. Like, I'm
Oh, wow.
obsessed with that vocal.
I didn't even know there was a vocal. I didn't even know. I didn't even notice there was a vocal at all. What vocal?
Yeah, what vocal do you speak of? I don't know what it is either.
Oh my
So-
god, I know. I want more of it. I loved it so
Damn.
much.
In
I also
there. It's
feel
in
like
there.
That type of vocal could work on that song before and take away the part that we didn't like. And like that would be cool. That's what I meant by combining the two and add a little
Right.
bit of that grime. But I
Wow.
love this. And I almost feel like because of the vocal, you can add something in there. This would be Nick. That would be like a little bit more R&B sounding. Not a lot. Like a something to make the vocal and the production connect just like a little bit more. So it's not like splice and splice type
Yeah,
of
wow.
My audio cut out. Did you say R&B?
thing. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. R&B. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never even
this-
considered that.
Is this kind of a new noise sound? Lauren?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, send it. Let's get Nick's notes on it, and then we'll figure out if the block is going to be approved.
And then
I want to listen
I love
to this
that. I love that.
off the show because I think it's getting a little squashed through StreamYard. But I am curious if you can back off the compression and limiting like a hair, and if you buy a little bit of space for some stuff to cut through a little bit cleaner, because it's one of those records that, like, depending where everything sits, it could either be awesome that you're pushing it that much, or it could ride this line and go over the line where it blows out systems and it doesn't, but not in a good way. So I'm just curious, like, how much you could pull it back where you still keep the integrity of the record together.
Right.
These sounds are awesome, though.
They really
I love
are.
this vocal.
I feel like there's more than one kitchen sink in here, too.
Yeah, but he doesn't
good.
throw it all out there at once, which is nice.
But they don't knock on each other. That's the cool part. You know, they're
Like there are some parts in here where I hear like there's two sounds playing together and something's rubbing in there in the low
there
end.
is. There is, yeah.
You
I can
could
hear that.
carve out some stuff where like your main synth that came in on top might have some low end that it doesn't need, so get that out of there and let the bass cover that.
right.
There's some little things like that I think might help it.
I wonder if the
Well,
two basses that are rubbing gives it this kind of like pent up, sort of rumbling feeling of anticipation. That when it releases in the drop, you lose that, and then you get a little bit more breathing, and it could be super interesting. Yeah, I wonder if it's like a mistake by design. Very clever. Like, this is a clever record. I'll have it. If you want to send it to Lorne@dimback.com, I'll listen to it as well, along with Nick. And I'm very curious. This is an unusual sounding record.
This is a sync
Yeah, it
record,
really is.
if I've ever heard one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This could be new noise. If I receive it, I'll look at it for new noise.
There you go.
There it is. All right. Up next, this is
Rewatch the
I don't know
show,
if it's-
sir. Lauren gave you his info. Rewatch the show.
Yeah.
He's not going to
Exactly.
repeat it because he just can't do that.
No,
he's
that's
not.
right. Because
he's not.
then we wouldn't
This
have enough
is,
time for finishmytrack.com. Whoa!
Wow. Almost an
Exactly.
hour in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ooh. Next one up, this is Loran, and this is called Souls on Dope or Nope.
The chance to rebuild, the chance to just fall in the cracks of
What's up, Rachel?
resilience close. The garden of hope from the love that flows. The garden of hope from the love that flows. The chance to rebuild, the chance to just fall in the cracks of resilience close. The garden of hope from the love that flows. From the love that flows. The garden of hope from the love that flows. In the quiet aftermath of our storm. The chance to rebuild, the chance to just fall in the cracks of resilience close. The garden of hope from the love that flows.
That is Loran with Souls. Who should take this first? Nick, you want to go first?
Yeah, you know what? So overall, I like the general vibe, but if you played me, I don't know, 15 seconds of this record, I would understand the whole record, which in some ways is great, except if you extrapolate 15 seconds out from this record, it never really changes or goes anywhere. So I think that's the number one issue, is the vocal kind of just stays in one range the entire record. That synth never really evolves or changes or automates in or out, so you kind of get tired of that. So
Right.
I think you need to start chopping this record into sections and seeing how you can start the record with an intro and don't give everything away, but then each section should build on the one before it. So by the time you get to the drop and the hook, it's much more exciting than where you were at in the intro. And that doesn't have to be over the top, but there should be something new and interesting going on. Because right now you're just kind of at a, for better or for worse, it's like an 8 to 16 bar loop is what it feels like, with drums that come in and out. So I would work on that part of it. We've mentioned it on the show before, but the best way to kind of figure out arrangement and do things like that is bring in another record, mark out where things come in and out from another commercially released song, use that as your template, and then apply that theory against your record and see what you can do to make it more exciting.
I was going to say, I think a good reference for this would be like the Medusa song with Dermot Kennedy or the Medusa song with Hozier, because the vocal is similar. So I think if you kind of pay attention to what those are doing, you might have better reference for what you could do with this kind of track with that vocal. But I do like it. I think it just needs to get somewhere and be more exciting.
Yeah, more dynamic, for sure.
It
Like this
opened
part right
really
here,
strong. It opened really strong.
Yeah. Well, when you get to, so this is 44, and then it's like the second, same thing again. Like this should have been, other pieces to the puzzle need to go in there.
Bye, Raquel. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye. I
see
have
you,
to
Raquel.
gotta go. I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Yep, sounds good. Bye-bye.
That wasn't me kicking her out, by the way, guys. You didn't see the chat. She said she had to go. I wasn't just saying exit the building.
I've got one
Right.
more left in me.
Yeah, one more. All right.
Yeah.
Bad Monkey, this is My Darling. Last one today for Dope or Nope. Here we go.
There's nothing left to say, nothing left to do. It's time to say goodbye, for I no longer love you. There's nothing left to say, nothing left to do. It's time to say goodbye, for I no longer love you. Nothing without you, so lost and so blind. I'm going out of my mind, for I'm nothing without you. Without you.
That is Bad Monkey, My Darling. You know what? There's this little piece of beer on
I'm nothing without you.
Okay.
So lost and
So
so
it looked interesting.
blind.
That's Bad Monkey, My Darling. Guys, what do we got?
So the kick feels like it needs a little bit more bottom end in it for some reason. It's sort of,
Yeah.
I feel like it's too short or punchy or something. I love the vocal. It kind of reminds me of Shirley Bassey, like an old Sneaker Pimps record from like early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting old kind of 70s looped up vocal feeling. So that's interesting. But the beats feel a little bit too underproduced so far. It just needs a couple of extra elements to make it feel a bit more beefed up and not like an edit, like a added beats to an acapella. So not too much to do.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
what I
but
was
maybe-
thinking.
Yeah.
I thought this was.
That's what it sounded like. I had a track and I was just like looping an acapella over the top
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
This would be something I send to
You know.
Danny, and I'm like, this doesn't line up, but just listen for the vibe
Yeah,
and where
Yeah.
we could go with it.
sure.
It's cool to like paint the picture, but it's not. They
Yeah.
sound very disconnected. Is this a sample? I thought this was like Grace Slick, Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm curious.
That's very possible who it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he still around? Is Bad Monkey still on the thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's cool. I love it for the vibe, and I like that chopped up half of the drop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely got potential.
Yeah, I want EDM set on Instagram. He's like, nope, drop the vocals.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think it just needs to be fleshed out more. That's all. But it's a great demo.
Needs to be
Really
fit
great
in
demo.
there a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
when
I
the
think you're
drop
right
hits,
about the
just
kick
feels a
too.
little
It was like,
a little
Really
when it
needs-
dropped, the drop feels slightly underwhelming so far,
yeah,
but easy to fix.
work to do and why we're here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
once again, there it is. Dope or Nope. Really fun. Thanks for being back. I really did miss this as much as I
Yeah.
wanted to do it in like, you know, in I was like, man, we should do this in Amsterdam. We still
Oh
should.
my God,
We
no
gotta figure
chance.
that out.
No chance. No chance. I'm doing meetings every half an hour, dude. Like
I know.
like every
I
15
got you. I don't know
minutes
where to put
almost.
it. I
Yeah.
haven't figured out where to put it, but it would be
Uh-huh.
fun on like a Saturday if I would actually stay for Saturday.
Yes.
But once again, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you all on Instagram for coming by. I know Lauren's got to jump. We got to like bounce.
Yeah.
Nick, what's the plan for the weekend?
Running in circles with maniacs that I live with. So that's
wow.
the plan here.
I like that. I'm all
Yeah,
over
we're,
it.
we're kicking into tour mode, I think, early next year. So we're doing a couple little odds and ends here,
Ooh,
but few
nice.
special collabs going on, which I'm really excited about.
Nicey
Yeah,
nice. Lauren, you got tennis?
Yeah. No, I'm flying to Montreal. The first time I've ever
What's
been.
going on?
There's a huge DimMac takeover party with Steve Aoki, Nostalgics, and Nico and Sway at New City Gas. And I'm going to go to see Montreal. And also, I've heard a lot about New City Gas, honestly. So I'm.
Yeah.
That venue is
Really fun.
crazy.
Is that true? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
friggin' insane.
Yeah, I've only heard good things. So, yeah, I'm pumped.
Really fun.
And then I'm
Montreal
going out there with
is
Brooklyn, and Brooklyn speaks
beautiful.
French, so we're going to stay there through to Sunday. So we get to like a whole Saturday to see what's going on.
Let's skip the food poisoning this time, shall we?
Oh yeah, yes, she will. Don't worry about that.
I will be here, I don't know, chopping wood.
Yep, that's right.
Jumping
Lumberjack,
in the
don't
ice
get your shit
plunge.
on. Yeah, wow.
Right.
Ice
Exactly.
plunge. Crazy.
Well, guys, thank you again. Don't forget, hug someone you love. It is never too late. I'm going to fix this camera so you're not looking there.
Right.
And Nick, are we rating? Or are we just.
We're not
bowing
raiding
out?
today. No, I was ill prepared for this, but for the next episode, we shall raid.
All right.
We're newbies.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. Thank you all for
Thanks,
joining
everybody.
us. Thank you all for joining us on Instagram. And we'll see you later.
Sounds good.